Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy 88% here, back with another team in Pokemon Champions. So this time we got Skeledirge, or actually we were asked to do a Skeledirge team and then we still choose a Pokemon. I'll tell the Pokemon we got in the recruit later, so I decided to go with something a bit less orthodox, because Skeledirge is all about singing, so I decided to go with Sing on Skeledirge. Besides the Torch Song and Shadow Ball, I feel like Shadow Ball is the coverage from Skeledirge, I should say, is actually pretty good. The fact that Torch Song doesn't really hit both Pokemon like Heat Wave is good and bad, because it does mean it does more damage since it's not a spread move, and it does increase its special attack. So that's something. It also goes against every stat boost on any other Pokemon thanks to Unaware, so it doesn't worry about that. It also doesn't worry about the defensive boosts on any other Pokemon, so something like Floette, if it has a Calm Mind or 2 up, it doesn't really matter, because Skeledirge ignores both the boost to special attack and to special defense. We didn't cross any of that, unfortunately. We didn't get to make Unaware shine in this live, but we did make Skeledirge shine a bit. Protect as the last move, and about the investment, it only matters that it has enough speed to be faster than Aerodactyl or base 130 in Tailwind, and it is 1 point faster than what he needs to be faster than that, because there's another Pokemon that we have the speed tier just like that. Then we have Flapple. That was the Pokemon that we got from the recruit, and I was a bit hesitant about using Flapple because that's not a very consistent mon, especially with Hustle, but it is very strong thanks to exactly Hustle. So Hustle makes your attack 1.5 times, and it also makes your moves hit only 80% of the time that they would hit. So if a move has 100% accuracy, it becomes 80, but if it has less, it becomes 80% of that. So if it has 75%, like Dragon Rush we have here on Flapple, it becomes 80% of that. And we're running Grav Apple, Dragon Rush, Sucker Punch, and Aerial Ace. So Aerial Ace we have so that we can always hit, and it knocks out Sneasler pretty easily. So that's like this is basically for surprise KO in case we actually need that, or in case we lead off Flapple in that situation. We can get a surprise KO with that. And then just overall coverage, Sucker Punch could be helpful for again some coverage and some priority, because Flapple, even with the Choice Scarf, is not that fast. It actually needs Jolly and Max Speed to be faster than Aerodactyl and base 130s in general. And then Grav Apple to do, it's the best move that it has, right? It also lowers defense. And Dragon Rush is like the most consistent dragon type move, because Outrage, if you click Outrage, you're locked in, right? And that could be something cool. I didn't really get to try out Flapple too much to figure out which one was the best. Dragon Rush, of course, has very low accuracy, but we have a way to counteract that, and I'll show that in a bit. So up next, I decided to finish up the Fire Water Grass core with Mega Blastoise. I decided this was the best option here, because Mega Blastoise is naturally bulky, and I figured we needed something bulky and strong to round out the team, and it also brings us Fake Out, which is something very nice, something very, very nice. It has enough speed to outspeed Aerodactyl, right, in Tailwind of course, and it is 1 point slower than Skeledirge, so that interaction goes according to plan, because we want Skeledirge hit first to at least get a Torch Song off, for example. And yeah, we are running Fake Out, Muddy Water, and Aurasphere. I decided to go with Muddy Water instead of some like Water Pulse or something single target, because Blastoise here is more to help out the team. It's a bit more of a support pick. I need him to more for Fake Outs and for like all around damage. So it's very strong and bulky, and thanks to that, it works pretty well to round out the team in the Fire Water Grass core and with its coverage moves. Aurasphere, because running Orosphere I should say, because Archaludon could be a big threat to the remainder of the team. And it's something that I'm always very scared of. And Orosphere is just very strong against that. We're running this amount of investment into special defense, so a lot of special defense as you can see, and that is to live a timid max special attack Electroshot. So even if Archaludon gets to +1 thanks to Electroshot, it still lives thanks to this investment, which is kind of crazy. So I decided to go with that because, again, it can get out of hand and this kind of prevents that. But yeah, that's about it for Blastoise. Up next we have Farigiraf, and I decided to go with Farigiraf for a few reasons. First, it stops priority, but that's not one of the reasons. Secondly, gravity. Gravity is the main reason. I needed like a Trick Room on with gravity. Or I needed Trick Room on and I needed gravity, and I got both in one with Farigiraf. It also provides a lot of good support to the team. It's immune to ghost types, so those are not really a problem. I have Psychic Noise for some coverage, of course. Psychic Noise prevents healing, so that could be good in certain situations as well. And then we have Ally Switch, which is kind of a form of Follow Me. Of course, you don't actually redirect the move to you, but if they're targeting your Pokemon, you can ally switch. It's not very used, so it can be very nice. Either way, people don't really expect it on Farigiraf either, and it's very helpful to, like I said, kind of redirect the move, but not to you, just away from your Pokemon basically. And yeah, we have a Culver Berry because we just need to live a hit to get Trick Room up if needed. And this investment in special defense actually makes us live a modest special attack, max special attack, Light of Ruin for Mega Slowbro. So that's honestly, it's very impressive. I never thought Farigiraf could live a hit like that, but with the right investment, it does. Then we have Tinkaton here. Tinkaton, I needed another Fake Outer, and I needed to get myself a Fairy and a Steel type, and I decided to bring both in one. And Tinkaton has some very unique features that can benefit the team. So first, it has a Sugar Berry that's mostly to deal with something like Garchomp. Garchomp is kind of a threat like to every team, but to this team in particularly, since this is our Fairy type and it's weak to Garchomp, we needed something to kind of go against that, so I decided to go with a Sugar Berry. It helps just to deal with that. It lives ahead and I get to play rough it, so that's good. We also have Gigaton Hammer because it just KOs every Fairy type in existence. So Gigaton Hammer is very strong, mostly thanks to its high base power, right? Of course, you can't use it in the second turn, but you can go around that, and that's the goal, basically go around that. And he used Gigaton Hammer to KO the Fairy types whenever you get the opportunity, basically. Play Rough, of course, is a Fairy type move. It's one of the only physical type Fairy type moves, and it is very strong. It's here to deal with the remaining Pokemon that Play Rough deals with. We have Fake Out, of course, because we want Tinkaton to have Fake Out, and Helping Hand. Helping Hand is here instead of something like Protect, because honestly, I always like having Helping Hand on a team, especially when we have other Pokemon with like spread moves, Pokemon that need to KO other Pokemon. Sometimes they don't really have the humph, the power to do that, so Helping Hand helps, of course, with that. It is a Helping Hand. And the cool interaction between with Tinkaton that not many Pokemon have is that it has Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker makes you go through. Basically, it prohibits that your moves are stopped from an ability. So, for example, against a Pokemon like Farigiraf, which stops priority moves, Tinkaton can still hit. So it doesn't, it just disregards the armor tail, and you can still fake out the photograph. So that's a way to stop other photographs from trick rooming when you don't want them to trick room, basically. And that's just one of the interactions that Mold Breaker can help with, of course. But that's one of the most important, I would say, interactions that benefit Tinkaton with Mold Breaker. I needed a dark type on the team because we needed something to help out against ghost types. And I decided to go High Dragon because High Dragon finishes also the Dragon Steel Fairy core. We already had a dragon type, actually, now that I think about it. I completely forgot about that, but it does give us dark type. We needed something strong, something that could deal with certain Pokemon, especially something like Kingambit could be very threatening to the team. So I decided to go with Hydreigon because it lives a hit, guaranteed. It resists the dark type moves from Kingambit, and I went with Snarl, Earth Power, Tailwind, and Protect. Protect to avoid fake outs and other moves that we need to protect from, and Tailwind, of course, for some nice support. Snarl is here instead of Dark Pulse because I wanted to, because Snarl is a bit more of a supportive move, especially since Skeledirge is not that strong in its special defense. Snarl helps with that, and it hits both mons. Coming from an Hydreigon actually does decent damage since it's stab and Hydreigon is pretty strong, and lowering their special attack as we go also helps against fairy types, even if Hydreigon is not good against fairy types. Then we have Earth Power, that's our main way to deal with Kingambit. It also helps us deal with Incineroar, and this we're running Earth Power instead of Aura Sphere. That could still deal with both because they are running mostly Choppleberry, right? So this ignores Choppleberry because it's not a fighting type move, and it's still decent coverage either way for this Pokemon. And yeah, that's basically the team. Honestly, I was not expecting, I was very sleepy as well when I built this team and then when I was using, as you will see. So that was, so the team was not very thought out and a bit rushed. Because I was spending too much time on the team because I was asleep. But honestly, we still won some games. We got to master actually with this team in this season. And yeah, honestly, it was a pretty fun team. It's not the best, of course, but it is very fun. But yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed the battles, and I'll see you later. I'll put the team ID next battle, sorry. Completely forgot about that again. Did the same thing last time. Alright, so this is Mega Lopunny. And some threats, basically. But actually, Brook is kind of good here. Brook is kind of good. I kind of just want to lead off with Tinkaton. I get to fake out anything. And I get to Gigaton Hammer through the disguise if needed. Which would be awesome, to be honest. And I kind of want my Mega Evolution early, so if I'm gonna bring Leonardo, I kind of love Brook here. Just kinda. And I think I'm gonna bring Neil in the last slot. Do I bring Leonardo immediately, or do I bring Medusa to Tailwind? Getting a Tailwind would be awesome immediately. So I'm gonna do this, bring Brook, and bring Leonardo in the back. I should have maybe brought Photograph instead of Leonardo, but I think we'll manage. Mimikyu and Serena. Okay, so neither thing really matters here. because I can both Fake Out and Gigaton Hammer to knock out the Mimikyu, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Gigaton Hammer and Tailwind. Even if he triple axles me and knocks Medusa out, I will just... Well, I think I'll be good to go still. Comes a Tailwind. Do you have a Focus Sash, buddy? Here it comes. Nope. There goes Mimikyu. That's called a Mold Breaker. Comes Drop Kick. Okay, that does lower my attack now, but that's fine. Here comes King Gambit. Interesting. I can Helping Hand into Earth Power onto King Gambit, right? And I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Play Rough won't do as much as this. This is gonna do a lot. High Dragon is very strong. Look at that. I was not expecting to do that, honestly. Damn. Oh, that's not good. Comes Triple Axle. I avoided it. Okay. Here comes Kataku. That is +2, unfortunately. So that did a lot. Okay, so my guess is that he protects with King Gambit here. Yeah, that protects our Sucker Punches. I still, well, unfortunately he did miss Triple Axle. Unfortunately for him, that is. I'm just gonna double attack, right? He does protect with King Gambit. I kinda tried to power play that with the Snarl, because it does do more damage to Rina here. But I do know this Gigaton will not knock it out. That's a White Herb, interesting. Here comes Gigaton. Hammer doesn't do too much because he drop kicked me. There he goes again. There goes Batter. And now I get to bring... How many? I have one turn of Tailwind. I got to bring in Brook. And I kinda have to make a play here. Cause I don't want to take this Sucker Punch. I will immediately just protect, or actually I could Sing, but they'll leave me unprotected and I don't want that. Oh, what did I just do? That's not what I wanted. Comes Triple Axle. It gets that. I'm going to Sing the King Gambit and I'm gonna Tailwind. Maybe I should have knocked it out with Earth Power or something. But I want this Tailwind just so I can do stuff. Oh, look at the little birdie. Look at the little birdie. Serena protects, which is literally not the threat right now. Medusa goes for Tailwind. and I sing Witch Mist. And I'm going to sing again. And I'm gonna go for Snarl because this surely he is -1. This knocks him out. Right, even if he Alright, perfect. I'm saying I miss again, but I didn't want to get hit by the sucker punch. Here comes triple axle. It finally hits. That did not knock out Medusa, which is interesting. So I would have lived. Here comes Skeledirge. I do have 2 turns of Tailwind, right? I have Mega Blastoise in the back. I don't have Dark Pulse though, so that is a bit problematic. You might Aqua Jet the Medusa. I don't think I have another play, honestly. He's gonna take a Shadow Ball anyways. And then I do have Blastoise in the back, which might end up winning the game. This Skeledirge is most likely Scarf too. It might be faster than Skeledirge, now that I think about it. He might. Oh, not faster than Medusa. That's a lot of damage actually. It's a Snarl. Yeah, here comes Last Respect. Oh, he goes for Medusa. You went for the wrong one, buddy. Skeledirge, clean it up. Brook, Shadow Ball. Nice. Right, so this is just a 2v1, no need to do whatever. I'll just double attack. And there goes. Goodbye, sir. And I won. That's certainly an unexpected turn of events. I was not expecting to win any match with this one, honestly. Alright. Second battle. Guess the Trevenant. Ooh, actually really like Trevenant as a Pokemon. I don't know what he's gonna do here. Which is scary. It's always scary to figure that out. Young boy cannot touch it though. Blastoise here, so I have to be careful. And I also have to be... His team is pretty fast. I don't really have anything to knock it out immediately, so I think I'm just gonna lead off with these two, set up the Trick Room and the Gravity, and then I'm gonna bring the other Fake Outer, and I'm gonna bring Brook. Right? I feel like that is it. Here comes Trevenant in Lucario. Okay. Trevenant and Lucario are annoying. I have no clue what he might do. I'm just gonna try to set up Trick Room. I don't know if he'll do it. I kinda think he is. So, oh, here comes Final Gambit. That does not knock me out. Unfortunately, my Blastoise turn was kinda useless. He used a Forest Curse, which means now I'm a grass? Yeah, grass type. Okay, here comes this. This is not useful. Not useful at all. Here comes Heracross. I'm gonna bring Young White in this turn. I'm just gonna Muddy Water. I don't mind Blastoise dying this turn. I'm gonna bring in Brook. He always hits 5 because he has Skill Link. Do not forget about that. And he unsets Trick Room. Interesting. I don't think he realizes that he actually did me a favor with that. Super effective on Heracross. I get a special attack boost. He goes down. Perfect. Here comes Muddy Water again. I was afraid of Rock Blast, that's why I targeted him. Here comes Poltergeist. Oh, Leonardo avoided it. I thought Skeledirge was just going to avoid it. Alright, so Pelipper comes in. I'm gonna bring in Tinkaton because I want to save the thing. I don't really think I live this turn. Especially not with Brook here. I'm just gonna Shadow Ball the Trevenant. I don't want him setting up Trick Room. There goes Weather Ball, there goes Brook. Brook goes down. It's fine, kind of anticipated that. And now I can bring in think I bring Neil first. Because this way I can fake out. Into psychic noise. I'm just gonna double attack. Yeah, why not? And I think I'm just gonna repeat it. Whew. Sorry, I am kinda falling asleep as we paddle. But we did win. So that's 2 wins with this team somehow. Okay. We got it. We defeated Shoto. Whew. Okay. We might even get to master with this team, which I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about that because clearly I am out of my mind. This is Mega Abominable. This is full-on Trick Room. Full-on Trick Room, huh? Unfortunately, I do not have weather. Unfortunately for him, I'm gonna lead off with these two. If he leads off with Mikyu, I'm kinda screwed. I'm gonna bring Tinkaton and Brooke and just start setting up. And then I'm gonna bring, I've never brought Flapple yet. And that's a bit sad. Well, I have to somehow stop Trick Room. It really depends on who he brings. So according to his team, he is probably, most likely, 100% inner focus. Right, he has no reason to have telepathy. So this fake out will not flinch. Fake out just these kinds of moves. Mold breaker, I should say. I could try to sing. Well, he protects. Let's see if I can sing. Here comes Tinkaton Hammer. That did quite a lot. And I sung. I sang him to sleep. Sleep, Oranguru. Sleep, my boy. He did... Oh, he forfeited immediately. Oh my god. No, buddy, don't do that. Don't do that. It's just a sing. It's just a sing. Oh my god. Alright, so Mega Meganium. And a lot of Pokemon that benefit from the sand. No fire type though, so my Tinkaton is actually quite well here. This will be the last match, or one of the, actually this will probably be the second to last match. I think I have time for one more. He's probably leading off with Aerodactyl. I want to bring in Tinkaton. I definitely start off with you. I bring you, and I'm just gonna bring Farigiraf. Brook is kind of awful here. So is Medusa. Actually, Medusa kind of deals with Aegislash, but I'm not too worried about Aegislash, I think. I think this is the play. And it's not even because I do want to bring Flapple. I think Flapple actually is a great lead here. Here comes Aerodactyl and Garchomp. And now this will really, really depend on this turn. This Dragon Rush has to knock out Garchomp, and it has to land. Ooh, why did I bring Dragon Rush? Why? Okay, I don't have Gravity. Do I risk this turn? Because like Flapple is very good. I will get to Fake Out. But I think I have to Fake Out the Aerodactyl no matter what. So I'm just gonna go for it. Screw it. He withdraws Garchomp. Brings in T-Tar. Okay. So I have another turn to set up my gravity for Flapple here. I do land the Dragon Rush. Oh my god! That's so much damage! There's no way I hit 2. There's truly no way I hit 2. I'm gonna bring in Leonardo. He did just see that I'm faster. That did so much to T-Tar though. That is kind of insane. I'm just gonna play rough the... He probably protects with T-Tar? Does he? Protects with Aerodactyl? I'm gonna take the Aerodactyl. Mega Blastoise. Yeah, T-Tar does protect, okay. Here comes Tailwind. Goodbye, you. And now I get a free Fake Out into an attack with Tinkaton. So I get to Fake Out to Blastoise, and I get to its Meganium. Interesting. Right, so clearly I have to Fake Out the Meganium, and I'm gonna play rough DT-Tar. Clearly Meganium is safe here because I can't Gigaton Hammer, right? But I do have Fake Out on Mega Blastoise, so Meganium doesn't get to do anything. If it protects, so be it, right? So like I'm attacking with young boy. I am just faking out. Exactly. Comes Rock Slide. Please don't flinch me. Please don't flinch, Stinkaton. I thought it was me. I thought the opposing Meganium was Tinkaton. That got me spooked. That got me spooked. Okay, so he has 2 turns of Tailwind. Will you show? Come on, please. Okay, 2 turns of Tailwind. If I play this right, he's probably going to use a grass type attack into Blastoise. So I'm gonna protect. I have a Shuka. He's not gonna Weather Ball. Ain't no way you're gonna Weather Ball the Tinkaton. Here's my Shuka. Yum yum yum. I live. Meganium, attack the Blastoise. Please attack the Blastoise. Please attack the Blastoise. He goes for Solar Beam. Oh, please. Yes. Gigaton. Gigaton. Yeah. Let's go. Let's actually go. I can't believe this team is actually putting in the work. Please don't forfeit. No. Actually, that gives me time for one more. Does that get me to Master though? Does that get me to Master? And it does! Crazy, I can't believe this team got me to Master. I cannot believe it. Quit battling. What's gonna happen? Oh? It seems a hearty congratulations is in order once more, 88. What? There's another cutscene with this? Okay, it's quite the achievement to make it to the Master Ball not just once but twice. Feels like everyone in Frontier is talking about what a star you are. You're providing a shining example for other trainers to respect and admire, and I know many out there strive to battle with your skill. I'd even say the red hot energy in the battle arena these days is in a large part thanks to you. So keep up the good work in helping Frontier remain the most exciting battle hub in the world. No expression from me. Maybe someday soon it'll be me you face across the battle court, eh? If so, let's give the audience the show that'll take their breath away. Okay. Here's hoping that they come sooner than later. Okay. I kind of forgot these guys existed. I didn't think they did.